Right, listen, sum things up. How are you feeling?
Sorry?
Sum up your feelings, Frank.
Well, disappointed to lose the game. We had it under pretty good control at the point of 1-0. I think we were playing brilliantly, but we had control. Thought the game was there for us to win. And then obviously we allowed them back in the game. We allowed them momentum. We allowed them some counter-attacks. And we lose the game, so clearly disappointed.
How well did Olivier Giroud take his goal?
Yeah, he took it well. We got a great contact on it. It was a nice goal. It was a nice build. So good for Ollie, but obviously doesn't get us anything tonight.
Did we at least see an example of VAR getting things right?
Yeah. I think it was clear that there was a dive from their player, but he went down without contact. I think the contact almost looked like it might have been outside the box. So yeah, I think it was one we've seen VAR get some things not right, but I think when it's done well, and of course when it's on your side, you like it.
Listen, so how do you explain, coming away from this match with nothing?
Well, we didn't play well enough. It's pretty simple. The threat from Wolves clearly is the counter-attack, a major threat from what they've got, amongst others, but clearly the counter-attack is the main one. They defend well, they're organised, they have speed and quality in forward areas. The players knew it before the game, the players knew it in game, and we allowed some counter-attacks. And if you're going to allow a team to play to their strengths, then you may lose that game.
Look, it is back-to-back defeats for the first time this season. Next up, it's West Ham, of course. Is this just a blip?
Well, that's up to us, isn't it? I mean, we had a long unbeaten run. Everyone sang our praises. I was the last one to do that. It's my job to stay level-headed on both ends. So I shouldn't get too disappointed tonight, as much as I didn't get too elated after Leeds and when we're on the back of a really good run. But clearly when we perform like we did today, that's not game management. That's not the quality levels that we are striving for. I still think there's a lot of improvement to be done with the group. So I wouldn't say I'm massively surprised, because my experience of the Premier League tells me that if you drop your standards, which we have in 2 games, particularly away from home, you can lose football matches. So big lesson for the players there.
Thank you, Frank. Safe journey back.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Go ahead, Duncan.
Doesn't look like he's hearing you there.
Liam, can you hear us?
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead, Liam.
Yeah, okay. Frank, first of all, how much did that second half remind you of kind of some of the things that you've been trying to get this team away from last season? And also, how are Hakim Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi doing with their recoveries?
Yeah, there were elements of the second half that did remind me, and the real positive things that we've seen in becoming more secure have been great for us. We've been given maybe different kind of games in these last 2 games, particularly where Everton made it difficult for us to break them down. We didn't really succeed in that, and Wolves played very much with a counter-attacking style at times late in the game. Not just that, but we didn't deal with that, and that's the players have to feel that on the pitch, because the message was very clear about the counter-attack and the issue, and they're individuals that could hurt us. So that's disappointing. Hakim and Callum will hopefully be training by the end of the week. Whether they're fit for West Ham, I'm not sure.
Thanks, Ian. On your mic, if you can come to Duncan. Duncan, can you hear us? Go ahead, Duncan.
You're calling me there? Sorry.
Yeah,
Can't hear you, sorry. Frank, was there a bit of naivety in the way your team pushed up there? Because you got quite exposed in that last minute stoppage time with just 1 back.
I think we had enough players to deal with it, but we weren't properly prepared to counter press if the ball got headed out of the box. So we didn't connect well with the free kick at the end of the game. We kept Thiago Silva back. We had enough numbers to deal with it, and we didn't deal with it well enough.
Joe Cole, I don't know if you know, he's just been on TV and said some of your players are looking tired. Do you feel that's the case?
There could be some fatigue. I hate to say it after a defeat because it feels like an excuse, but even the first 60 minutes where we were the better team, we didn't have our zip about us. And, you know, we have obviously travelled up to Everton, come back and travelled up to Wolves, but everyone's in the same boat on that front. At the moment, we have a couple of injuries in areas that means I can't make too many changes and rotations in certain areas of the team. So I understand that side of it, but I think when you are 1-0 up and you turn over a game as we did, I don't want to be the one sitting here throwing it on fatigue. I'll let others say that.
All right, cheers, Frank.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
No.